Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Growing Clip Bonsai for Seniors. Today is October 22nd. Oh, you better let you see the blackboard there. Today is October 22nd of 2023. It's Sunday, Family Day. It's 52 degrees Fahrenheit or 11 degrees Celsius at 7:45 p.m. From fall of 2022 to fall of 2023. What rooted? I had some Parsoni Junipers and green Mound Junipers. I rooted in the fall, left them outside over winter outside in the microclimate to see if they would root, because sometimes it takes a good year for them to root. So, here's what I got. I got one survivor here, and looks like two here, but I won't know until I take it out. So, roll up the sleeves. And let's get cracking here and see what we got. I think we'll do the Parsoni Juniper first. So let me take this out of the way. And this I got looks like it's in perlite and vermiculite. I don't know. Let's take it out and we'll see. We'll see if there's any roots on it. Yep, that's all it was. I got unmilled sphagnum moss on the bottom. Any roots? Yeah, it did root. No growth, but it did root, so at least the roots were starting to grow, so that's perfect. Perfect, perfect. So I'm going to take this unmilled sphagnum moss and put it in the bottom of the pot here. And take all this out. There's some more. Yep, that's my unmilled sphagnum moss. I'm just going to put it in the bottom, press it in. And then I'm going to take and move this out of the way, of course. Take these pots out of the way, of course. Get this out of the way, open up my old soil bucket. I'll put this in here. Amazing. That's pretty good. Parsoni Juniper. What happened to my other ones? I gave them all away. Same thing with my little one that I did, the French lace. My friend liked it. They wanted it. My friend for his wife, I gave it to them. Why not? Let them enjoy it. So, we're going to use our 4 parts cactus mix, 1 part worm castings, 5-part perlite mix. We're going to put it in this little pot here. We're going to see if it's going to overwinter again. Okay, Tom, put that there. Let's put some soil in there. And we're not worried about no front because I want these roots to grow. I'm not going to smush them too much. I'm going to leave some of this vermiculite on there. I got the roots facing out like that. But before I do anything, let's give that dry soil a good squirt. Okay, we got that there. So before we do anything, we're going to take our nucleus. See, you can try it. Stick it in the ground, stick it in a little container, put it in a microclimate, put some leaves over it and see if it'll root. You got nothing to lose. Why not? Let me get some more on this side. Just like that. Put it in. And the mucus will help give this little guy a chance to grow. Let me get my bag out of the way. I was going to use it and see if this guy got roots. So now, we're just going to get our roots fluffed up over there pretty good. A lot of people don't use beneficial bacteria, but I do. I like it. Just something different. I like it because it works. They will have a symbiotic relation where the roots feed the bacteria and the bacteria feed the roots of items that it can't get out. Like sometimes the phosphorus gets locked in, so the beneficial bacteria unlocks and gives it to the plant. Plain and simple. Yeah, I'm working on a microclimate. I'm working on outside. I'm working in the basement. I'm working on the fish. Cleaned 2 tanks today. I got to mark that on the calendar. Okay. We got our Parsoni Juniper there. Give it a real good spritz. It looks like I need another spray bottle, or I got to oil up the plunger on this. Use a little squirt. Yeah, we're going to put it back outside. Let's get Pinkie Pie. She wants to get in on the action. Give a little bit over there, and then Mr. Elephant come around. And let it soak in until it runs out. There we go. And then we'll get our rock. Let's press this down. So it gives it some good stability. We get our lava rock. And just to hold it down, give it some good looks. Just like that. Something on the sides. Let's see, let's put it there. Then I got some moss. I found some moss finally, so I'll put that in the front, but I didn't bring it in here because I got it soaking real good. Okay, we'll get out Mr. Spoon and put our 50-50 mix of peat and torpedo sand. I like torpedo sand because it's got some, let's see, you can see the torpedo sand, the little rocks mixed in with it, so that's good. And you put your rock in, and you put your mix in, so the rock looks like in, you put your mix in, you put your rock in, and you shake it all around, you do the hokey pokey. Remember that song? Turn yourself about. When you do that, you remember some of the oldies but the goodies. I used to do that a lot at the weddings. Hokey pokey. Time you're showing your age. There we go. Press that in. See, it's still not wet. So let me get this real good because it'll go up. Because that 50-50 mix is super dry. So we just gotta wet it. And what I'll do is I'll do this. Put some of this in here. That's it with Mr. Elephant. Get my spoon just enough to dampen it up. When it's super dry like that, that's what you gotta do. There we go. Just enough to get it damp. At the bottom. Mix it, mix it, mix it. Fire that spoon in there. Fire it in, fire it in. Mix that up, mix it up, mix it up. Fire that spoon in there. That's what you gotta do. Fire it in, fire it in, fire it in, and get a nice consistency. Look at that. That'll go down better. So, let's get this one out of the way. Get Mr. Spray Bottle out of the way. And let's attack the green Mound junipers and see what we got. So, Label, label, label. Label, label, label. What did I do with the label, Tom? Ah. You're losing your mind, Tom. What are you going to do? Okay, here's our green Mound Junipers. I'll find a labor. Can't talk today. I'll find it later. So, let's take this. This is in Ted's Cactus Mix. You can see it. But this is all busted up from the cold and everything. It's sitting outside all year. So, did we root? I don't know. Let's put this in water. Look at that, we did root. Cool. Now, I'm not going to do nothing to that guy yet. Okay. I ran out of pots, so I got my Easter egg pots with our screen in the bottom and our holes drilled in there. And all I'm going to do is take some of this soil, just put it on the bottom. This way here it's got soil it got used to, just a little bit on the bottom. Now, gotta wipe my hands. Got my paper towels here. Okay. I'm not going to cut anything. I want these roots to grow. Look how nice they look. And this is where I stuck it, right here. So, we'll get our needle nose pruners, because you know nothing cuts wood like ironwood, and we'll cut it right about there. We got our nice root system growing there. And it's got a nice way to sit. Okay, Tom. We'll get our soil on there. And get our spray bottle. Okay, Tom, this thing ain't spraying. So, a little WD-40 on it. If I can get it. There we go. Good old WD-40. What will we do without you? Okay, let's see if it works. There we go. Look how nice that works. A little WD-40 and you don't need another spray bottle. Good old WD-40. Okay. So our tree with our root system, which is really, really nice. I'm going to put it in like this. Let these long roots be here until the spring of next year. I want them to grow. So, before I do anything, I can just snip off the super long root here so we can get it in. And maybe over here a little bit. And down there. There. Just a little bit so it gets going. And before I do anything else, I'm going to get my Mikus. Yep, wipe my hands in my pants. It's the quickest and fastest way to dry them off. And I'm just going to put my Mikus on the roots to help them get started. There. Close the bag. And to hold this into our mix, I'm going to use some of the soil to keep it more stable. I'll correct my English. To get it more stabler. What are you going to do? Just like that. Because it's nice and wet. That'll hold it up a little bit. Spoke too soon. We got it off to the side because the roots, the majority of the roots are this way, so we'll just offset it a little bit. because the roots are already used to this soil. So for now, until we can get everything going, now we can put our soil into here. Oh, Tom, it's a little deep. Ah, that's all right. It'll keep it in. And I got some moss. I'm going to stick it here to hold it in for the winter time. And this will go into the microclimate. I'll show you what I do in the microclimate. So Mr. Spray Bottle, you're all good. Look at that. Look how nice this thing sprays with a little WD on there. Good old WD-40. And then I'll find a spot in the microclimate in a shadier spot tomorrow so I can get it in. These are fingers. Get it in, get it in, get it in. Because these are real fine roots. And with this watering, it should water it in real nice. I'll get Mr. Elephant here. Give it a good watering. It's best to do these things late in the evening because the trees are out of the stress of the day. Okay. Our lava rock. A little bit there. Another one back here. And another one back here. You can say which is the front. Doesn't matter on an Easter egg. But for now, just something to hold it up, and we'll get the moss to hold it up. And now, after we fired in our soil, where are you, Mr. Spoon? There you are, hiding in the corner there. So we'll get our mix, put it in. Spreads down nice and easy. Okay, get that in. Get that in. Now we're going to see if we got roots on this one. I know there's a dead branch on there because it was almost like a twin branch. So, and with this mix, it should, maybe the moss will grow. So Sherry, keep your fingers crossed. She grows some fantastic looking moss, I'll tell you that. There we go. Nigel Saunders hooked me on to her channel. And Nigel put some real good moss on his stuff too. Wouldn't believe it. Okay, now another spray so it gets it in. There we go. Just like that. Just like that. Water it in real good. And then I'll get the moss and I'll let these soak in some water tomorrow morning. I will put some moss here. Let's get this one. And I think I can put a little bit more here. Now you know what today is. Today's Sunday and that's family night. So you know what you're going to do. Shut that phone off after 6 o'clock. And tell them nobody's calling me because I'm with my family. If there's an emergency, one ring, hang up, and call again. It's the only way I'm going to answer that phone. There. I'm trying to get that in so we can get a little bit straighter. There. This guy's in pretty good. Okay, let's see what we got here. Stick it in. Well, see, this one's the dead one. This one didn't root. So that goes on the side here. We got roots on this one. In the water we go. Look at that. Nice little root system. It root. So 1 year. So start your cuttings now. Let them overwinter. And you'll get some nice looking trees for the fall of next year. I'm going to take some more. Get another towel. And we'll get some more soil and put this on the bottom. This way here it's going to get used to some of this older soil, the roots, because that's what it grew in. Just like that. And this one's got a nice little curve to it. I don't know if you can see the curve. We're going to stick it in like this. Now you got a super long root here, so I'm just going to snip that little root off. Now we got a nice, pretty good over radial root system on this one. Look at that. So this will go in like that, but let's get our soil in. Mr. Spray bottle, give it a good spritz. So remember, if your spray bottle's sticking, don't throw it out. Oil the trigger. Okay. And now we'll form a nice radial root base like that. Look at that. That one's standing up pretty good. But looks like it's going to fall. Oh, it. I think you're going to like this one. Like Bob Cummings. Love that, Bob. Hold it, I think you're going to like this picture. Oh, that's some old ones. Showing my age. So, let me get some more Mikus. Put it in. Put it in. Yeah, back in the days we used to, it was family hour after 6 o'clock. The phone would ring and my dad wouldn't answer unless you gave the signals. One ring, hang up, one ring, hang up, one ring, hang up, and call again. Then he'd answer it. Because back then, we didn't have no caller ID. So, let's take a little more of the older soil, put it on there, just like that. So it gets used to what it is, because this is a fall planting. So it gets used to its older soil. And we mix in some of the new soil. So fall is a good time to start your evergreens. Why not? Worked. There. And I'm just going to fire it in gently, because this one's got some better roots. But the water will really get it in on these little ones. Spray bottle. Put the leaves. I'll put this outside early in the morning. Okay, Pinkie Pie, give it a shot. There we go. There, girl. Help your old dad out, Mr. Elephant. Okay. Push it in. Straighten it out the best we can. And then we'll get our mix, open it up, but let's get some rocks. And let's try a big one back here. And use an Easter egg. Get them after Easter, they're cheap. Drill some holes in there and zippity-doo-dah, lickety-split, you got it in there. Okay, now there we go. Take our mix. And then I'll take my, what Sherry does is she soaks her moss. So I got it soaking for a couple of days. Then I'll take a lot of that excess soil off. there, like that. Yeah, so do your cuttings in the fall. Let them over winter, and what survives, survives. Then you know you got a hardy tree. Now if this can survive outside in them little containers, you know it's going to survive for you because it's got that will to live. There, get that in. Get that in. Yeah, our main thing at night, at the end of the day, was, let's see, what did we watch? Oh yeah, we had Lawrence Welk at 9 o'clock. That was the best. So I'm not going to do nothing else except put the moss in tomorrow after I clean it real good and put it on there. And then when I do the tour of the yard, you can see what I did to these guys. Okie dokie. Because I'm still working on the microclimate. So, Tommy says these are offset. Well, the roots are big. I want these enough room to grow out this way because that's where the majority of the roots are. I don't want to tamper with them yet until I get a full root system. I mean a full root system. Okay, Tom, cover this up. Cover that up. Put that down. Cover this. Take this off so you can see it after I dump all this into the old soil bucket. There we go. In you go. So remember, one ring hang up, one ring hang up, one ring hang up, and call again, then I'll answer. Then I'll know it's an emergency. But if you do it and you start talking gibberish, I'm going to hang up on you. That's what you got to tell me, because this is family night. So there is our little plantings. And the moss will go there. I got to really press this one down because it's tilting. Because the root system on this one's not that strong, so I got to get it straight. There we go. And on our Parsoni Juniper, to get them straight, just like that, I think we're going to have to put 2 more rocks there to hold it up. Just like that for now, to keep it straight. And then once it straightens out after a week, I'll put some moss in there. But these guys, I can put moss in there. So there you go. There's a Parsoni Juniper. There's a green mound. You're going to say, Tom, aren't you going to shape it? No. I'm not doing the clip and grow method because I want these to grow. Look at that. See that? So, give it a shot. You got nothing to lose. Root them in the fall and harvest them in the fall. So you take care, everybody. Have a good day. Long video. I don't want to keep you too long. So remember, it's family night, cup of tea. Get the kids, put on some old Lawrence Welk shows when music was music. Take care, everybody.